This is how it started for Shirley Ann Jackson, and her life has always been going and going and going towards breaking glass ceilings for women and African Americans. The world has changed a lot since Jackson's humble beginnings. If this pandemic had happened a few decades ago, you and I wouldn't even be able to talk like this.
That's for sure. But that shows you what technology can do.
Dr. Jackson is the president of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and an accomplished theoretical physicist. She says from the start, her parents always pressed the importance of education.
My mother taught all of us to read, or had us all reading before we entered kindergarten. And then my father was mechanically minded, and he nurtured my specific interests in math and science.
But Jackson's pursuit of education in 1950s Washington, D.C. was not without its hardships.
There was a school that was in walking distance, but we couldn't attend because it was segregated.
But the civil rights movement and challenges of the age presented new opportunities. She says the Brown versus Board of Education decision and Russia's Sputnik launch were her game changers.
The intense interest in science and math and strengthening the curricula in those areas in the public schools played to my benefit.
Jackson shot to the top of an accelerated class and was later accepted to MIT, one of the only 2 black freshmen. She worked hard to get her bachelor's in physics, but just as she was deciding where to go to graduate school, tragedy struck with the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I had been a good student, really good one, but I had been quiet. And I felt that, I needed to do something.
She decided to stay at MIT to form the Black Student Union and push for better inclusion and diversity on campus. And so she became Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson, the first black woman to get an MIT doctorate and the second African American in the nation to get one in physics.
And I didn't know and realize the historical significance of it until essentially I'd already done it.
No, young Shirley Ann Jackson never set out to be a pioneer and a role model in the growing world of STEM, but she left MIT to become a leading voice in groundbreaking physics research, the first African-American woman appointed to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission in 1994, and RPI's first female and first African-American president in 1999.
I think when one ends up in a position like that, then one is both the recipient of doors that have opened along the way, and one is then opening doors that one hopes and intends to keep open for others to follow.
Her long journey led her back to the White House for her greatest achievement yet in 2016. One of the bigger moments for you.
It is the biggest.
Today I have the privilege to present our nation's highest honor for scientific and technological achievement, the National Medals of Science.
To be in the White House, to not just stand next to the president, but have him actually put the medal around my neck to do the whole thing. That was, I say, one of the proudest moments of my life.
And while her parents did not live to see everything their daughter achieved, Shirley says she just hopes she's made them proud. In Albany, Michaela Singleton reporting.